Hello, and welcome to a very, very late edition of PWine.
Love it.
So, in the past 4 weeks,
Has it been that long? Wow.
I want to say it has. Let me check.
What are you drinking tonight anyway?
Chicken.
Funny.
Obvious.
You should say that.
Are you drinking chicken? You don't like chicken?
You left it at my house.
I know, but you don't like it. So just... I know I left it in your house.
I'm still drinking it.
Yeah, it's been 4 weeks. So in the past 4 weeks, we've had Japan, Bahrain, Saudi, Miami.
Mm.
And we've seen each other, Bahrain and Miami. And we had a very exciting weekend in the middle. Any clue what Emma's eating? We went to Amsterdam for King's Day. And when we... Oh, you eating the one from the shop? And when we were on the plane on the way there, we said, we can't let what Lando said at Bahrain, or Saudi, sorry, influence how we feel about the weekend.
No.
We can't let it live up to that expectation. And what did you think about it, Em?
It's one of the best weekends of my life.
Yeah.
To quote Lando Norris himself.
Quite literally, the best weekend of our lives.
It was insane, wasn't it? Like, I sit there and think about it and I go, how did that even happen? How was that
Yeah.
weekend? It wasn't even just the day, it was the whole weekend. It
The
was
whole weekend was just insane.
mm,
And it's not like we did big for King's Day, but we didn't do big any other day, did we? It was just good vibes, good company.
yeah, definitely. And the stroopwafels.
That you're still eating now.
Yeah, I
See,
mean,
if
like,
it was my house, they'd be gone. They would have been gone the second we got in.
I've had to bat the boys off.
I ate your stroopwafel, to be fair.
My free stroopwafel off the plane.
Yeah. I ate it on, what was it, Saturday night?
Anyway, we're not here to talk about our
Anyway,
exam.
Miami.
Yes, Miami 2025. Now, this is where, like, let's circle back to you saying, like, we tried not to allow anything to, like, hype it up too much with Amsterdam. I really should have been concentrating on that.
Yeah, we should have
For
done that for
Miami,
Miami. Yeah.
because the sooner, I think it wasn't just us two, there was like loads of us. The sooner we realised that this year was never
Wasn't
gonna
going to be
be
last
like
year.
last year. And that wasn't just afterwards. Afterwards is good,
Yeah.
like last year was, but I think we just needed to all realise it was never going to be Lando's first win ever again.
No. And in our heads, it was going to be 505 again.
Yeah. I think we sort of ran away with that, didn't we? We got lost in that expectation, that
Yeah.
hope, and it didn't ruin the night. It just felt like there was something missing from
Yeah.
Miami as a whole, but that's fine. We still had a really, really good time. The race was still a really good race.
Yeah. The
Um,
only downside to the weekend, to Miami race, wasn't even the race itself. It was the DJ not playing Miami afterwards.
like,
And that was the only downside.
I literally thrust my drink into Lucy's hands, going, right, I'm going to the DJ. I'm going.
And then Meg did the same to me. I'm
Yeah,
going to ask him.
yeah. Can you play this? No.
Can you
Sorry?
remix it? No. Are you sure?
Can you not understand my Welsh accent? It's too slow. But yet you
And
play
proceed
Black Eyed
to play
Peas
some
pumping.
song. It made no sense. He wasn't in a Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff mood.
Well,
We very much were.
never mind. At least I discovered tropical Red Bull in Malibu that night.
Yeah, that was a genius idea for me. So I'm going to suggest for Monica to pick my bottle of Malibu in the airport.
I genuinely think we'd probably finish that because we were all on Malibu at one point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Pick a bottle of vodka, bottle of Malibu. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
For 6 days. Anyway, we digress yet again. Miami.
It was a sprint weekend.
It was a sprint weekend. It was a wet weekend.
Yeah, which is I know Florida is known for its wet season, but like we said, on the Saturday, it's a bit out of character for me.
Yeah, I've been in Florida in May 6 years ago, so you had to count that back. And it was raining, and it was like an hour. It was southern Florida. It was an hour. It petered down, and then that was it. Nothing like it was this weekend.
No, on Saturday was
Hours on end.
but how quickly did that track dry? Because we both said humidity in Florida, that'll be gone
Yeah,
by the end of the race. And it was.
it was going before the race had even started.
I mean, they had to make pit stops during a sprint.
Yep,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the best race of the weekend. The best race of the weekend was the Lego race.
Oh yeah, the drivers. They should do that every week for the drivers' parade.
Yeah,
At one point,
imagine
Lewis
going
was
around
asking
Monaco in one of
Ferraris
them.
for the Lego car.
Imagine going around Monaco in one of them. I don't think it would get up the bank,
No.
but I think they should try it.
No, let's not. Let's leave it for Monaco. Imola, yes. Monaco.
Even better, Monza. Temple of Speed.
I mean, they could only go up to 20 kilometers per hour, but
See
okay.
how, see how it goes. So main race. Oh, this surprises me. This
Why would
fastest pit stop.
you not talk about the sprint?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I was a bit bored in the sprint. To be fair,
Okay then, let's get this over and done with.
I wasn't bored with the winner.
So I know I'd messaged you, didn't I, before saying give me your bold predictions, and you decided to play fuck with me and
Yeah,
say, yeah, Lando's not winning. Um,
I told you Land wasn't even going on podium.
to which yeah, fourth or below. To which point I was actually at that point I was going to say. So I said, give me your unpopular predictions.
Opinion. Yeah,
You gave them to me. I didn't appreciate them.
I
Uh,
went back in with ones.
yeah. And I was going to say to you, but you put me in a little bit of a mood. I was going to say
I knew that.
my unpopular opinion was Kimi Antonelli's not going to finish in first.
Yeah,
And that's not
I
because
had him
I
in
like him,
three.
but honest to God, with the McLarens behind him and it being his seventh race, because they were in
Yeah,
China, yeah, he wasn't finishing that first, bless him.
I didn't think he'd finish that as far down as he did, though.
I didn't see that one coming, but I didn't think he was gonna finish in the top three, and he didn't ultimately. So
Do you know what my shocker of the sprint was?
Hmm.
Lance Stroll finished in fifth.
Yeah, that's
Where did that come from?
I know no idea.
Where did that come from?
My shocker of the sprint was a safety car yet again played into Lando's hands, and he ended up winning the race.
Yeah. No, but I wasn't shocked at, and that's not because of the driver, it's because of the constructor. Charles aquaplaned in a crash in the formation lap.
It wasn't even the formation lap.
It was just to the grid, wasn't it?
It was just the grid.
Yeah, that's more of a Ferrari thing than a Charles thing.
Mm. I was sat blow drying my hair because I was like, I can finish blow drying my hair before this starts. I did because it was such a prolonged start. And then when Charles like literally aquaplaned, I was like,
I just remember you texting me going, "Oh my god, did not expect that to happen from Charles." And I thought, I've not even got it on yet. I've still got half an hour before it starts.
yeah, and I just said, go on,
Sky, it's
Sky Facebook.
insane.
It was insane. Um, so yeah, I feel like Oscar felt like he was really hard done by. Um, which he was, if you think about it, he was, but Lando couldn't have given him the place back.
No, it was finished under safety car.
Yeah, physically
What
couldn't.
can you do?
It's not his fault. He didn't ask the safety car. I mean, Liam Lawson ploughed into someone.
Again. So
Again.
yeah, so Liam Lawson plowed it. Somebody had 3 DNFs though.
That's a
One
lot for a sprint.
that's well, one's a DNS really.
Still, that's a lot for a sprint.
DNS and 2 DNFs.
Hmm.
This Williams is just not for Carlos, I don't think.
He did good in the feature race, though.
He got 2 points.
I mean, what would you rather, Carlos in this year's Williams or Carlos is in last year's Williams?
This year's Williams always, but this year's Williams not much different than last year's.
I mean, they're finishing in the points.
Technically, it's not much different.
No, but anyway. So yeah, sprint race. Was it Lando, Oscar, Max?
Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton. Oh shit. Verstappen
Because
won.
they had a really good sprint. Hamilton had a really, really good sprint.
Hmm.
And then 2 hours later, qualified 12th.
Yeah. Ferrari things.
Yeah.
It's not even Hamilton things at this point. It's Ferrari
things. And Leclerc qualified 8th.
Hmm.
With both Williams ahead of him.
In a Ferrari.
In a Ferrari.
Hmm. So, feature race, Verstappen was on pole.
Yes.
No surprise there, really, if you think about it. You know, we haven't forgotten about Verstappen dominance that quickly, or the fact that he can put in one hell of a fucking shift on a Saturday.
Yeah.
What I didn't expect was where he finished.
Sorry, just circling back to sprint race.
I don't want to talk about the sprint race. It was boring.
No, just talk about Verstappen. I forgot he finished last.
Yeah, from a time.
Yes, he did. Yeah, sorry, back to race.
So we had a pretty shit sprint race, qualified like a madman,
and then had a shit feature race.
Well,
not a semi-shit feature race.
Yeah, like
not a Verstappen feature race.
No, it's not. It's not a Verstappen feature race. Not certainly not the ones that we're used to anyway. I think like what it took Oscar after the safety car, obviously. So it took Oscar from lap 4 to lap 14 to overtake Verstappen, and then it took Lando from lap 14 to lap 16 to overtake Verstappen, but then he had to give the place back because they were worried that he'd pushing him off the track and overtaking him, gaining an advantage.
In Lando's defence, he didn't push Verstappen off the track. Verstappen pushed him off the track, and Lando just happened to come out first.
Yeah, so I watched. Well, obviously, I watched the highlights, didn't I, earlier, and I was like,
Yeah.
But anyway, like Lando did the good thing, gave the place back, and then just retook him on the next lap anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it only took Lando, was it four laps and then 5 laps to fully overtake him. By which point Oscar had a 9-second lead on them both.
Yeah.
Russell overtook Verstappen not long after, and that was pretty much it.
The race. Yeah.
There
was a bit of Ferrari team papaya rules going on, Ferrari rules going on.
And some absolute iconic radios from Lewis Hamilton, if I do say so myself.
Yes. And there was also a very, very iconic radio from Williams, if what I've seen is true, because I can't remember hearing it.
Right.
Carlos and Lewis were side by side. Then this is all apparent. I didn't hear it. I've seen a thing on Instagram afterwards. But I think it was off ESPN F1, so it possibly will be true. And it said, remember what he took from you.
I've heard that.
And then Sainz took it, and then they told him to back off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But there was also another iconic moment as well, obviously, when Leclerc and Sainz were battling, and then Hamilton was like, oh, cheeky little corner. And then I think I even said it just before Crofty said it, and I went, through goes Hamilton! A bit like a woman possessed. I think I was a little bit of a woman possessed at that point, because it was just after... it wasn't long after both papayas overtook Verstappen, so I was a bit...
I don't think that was very you, to be fair.
Come on.
It was just after you swapped shoes.
No, we swapped shoes. We swapped shoes just before Piastri overtook Verstappen.
For context, for anybody who wasn't there on Sunday night, Emily and our other friend Emily swapped shoes. As that happened, Piastri took Verstappen.
No, we swapped one shoe, and then I said, give me your other shoes so Norris can overtake Verstappen, and well, there you go.
Yeah, and so they couldn't swap back
for
the rest of the night.
Yeah, until the end of the race.
This Emily was walking around in shoes that were 3 sizes too big for her. And other Emily was walking around with shoes 3 sizes too small for her. The rest of the night.
It was fantastic. What can I say? Can we just sit here, and I know you're all like, oh, here we go, she's on a Lando bandwagon, but can we just sit here a minute, right? And this is what I didn't realise on Sunday, because the Malibu was flowing, I was like, having a good laugh with everybody. We were taking the mickey out of our Verstappen friends, because why wouldn't we?
Why not?
Why not? We were consoling Ferrari fans, everything. So obviously after turn 1, where Lando got forced off track by Verstappen,
yeah,
and he fell back to 6th, and I was like, oh, here we go. He's fucked it. He's gone. It's done. After the safety cars, the absolute dominance of that man overtaking, he overtook he overtook Albon.
Mm-hmm.
He overtook Russell, he overtook Antonelli, and then he overtook Verstappen, all before his pit stop.
Yep. Incredible.
Just like, that was insane. All Piastri had to do was pass Verstappen. How did Norris not eat his tyres up in that dirt by doing that?
And it was Oscar that did.
Yeah.
At one point. Mental.
It was just in apps. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. And then he proceeded, so obviously after the pit stops and everything, where and McLaren were able to double stack, he proceeded to take a 9 second gap to a 3.5 second gap.
Yeah.
And then put 33 seconds between himself and Russell.
Yep. Lando and the papaya for you.
But yet, he's not good enough.
Yeah.
Show me someone else who overtook like that on Sunday, and I'll happily sit down and talk with you. He did the same as Saudi. He did the same in
Yep.
Bahrain.
Yep.
I rest my case.
You rest your case.
I don't.
Something that surprised you don't, and you never will. Something that really surprised us on Sunday. Fastest pit stop. Sauber.
But they do 31-second pit stops, which is
2.24.
I missed that.
They've been practicing.
They've been doing their homework.
Doing homework. Been practicing pit stops. 2.24. Last year, the quickest they did was 33 seconds.
They're getting ready for when they're Audi, aren't they? They're like, right, we can't go into Audi being 30-second pit stops. We've got to lower it.
Yep.
Fair play to them.
A big thing that has came this week that we've really, really brushed over. In fact, we've not even discussed. Lily Verstappen.
Yeah, we had some tequila roll shots.
That's some tequila rolls for her. I made Emily laugh a bit too much for the taxi on the way home because of my post.
Oh, I was cackling.
Lily Verstappen, we had some tequila shots.
For you.
And they were the cheapest shots I've ever bought.
How many did you buy?
I bought 10 shots,
Yeah.
a double Malibu and Coke, and a little bottle of Prosecco.
Yeah.
And it was £28.
Slug and Lettuce wanted £7.50 for 4 baby Guinness.
Yeah, 10 shots, a double Malibu Coke, and a little bottle of Prosecco was £28.
No, they didn't. They wanted £7.50 for 2 baby Guinness.
Yeah. And I think the little bottle of Prosecco was £6. So that takes it to 22.
So the double Malibu and Cokes were £8.10.
In thingy.
Yeah, we were watching the race.
So a shot cost us £1.39. I feel like I might have got some freebies there.
No, I genuinely think that's probably how much it costs.
And that is why when everyone was going, how much do I owe you? I was like, oh, don't worry about it. Wasn't it any £1.39 off everybody? Just my love.
Just buy you a shot back, it's fine.
£1.39.
It's just a shame they don't do baby Guinness.
I'm sure if we keep going back and keep pestering them.
That's the last bank holiday race that we're going to be there for.
Still not going to stop with some drinking, though, is it?
Are you?
No.
I'm just still loving my my Swifty cocktail before we went.
I feel like they were a bad omen in the end.
You started second, you finished second.
But we said they were for a Lando win.
It's all good.
But yeah, cocktails come to glitter ball. I thought you were going to pull it out there.
I didn't bring it with me. I
Oh,
didn't.
no, because you didn't take it. At least I didn't see you take it.
Can you imagine? Here we go.
But yeah.
I'm drinking my
Yeah,
wine.
I've just thought something, and I've done very well actually. Something I can't mention to you.
Something you can't mention to me.
No, I just need to text the girls.
What do you mean? You texted me about it?
No.
What do you mean you're not texting me about it?
Um. So yeah, brilliant night, and we've had some cracker of breaking news this week.
Not Lily Verstappen being born.
Not Lily Verstappen. Max as a dad will move on. Alpine.
So we finished talking about Miami then.
I'm just sorry. I'm just shutting ideas down. We'll go back to Miami. Put it down.
So Miami was slightly uneventful after the virtual safety car, the second time round. Because obviously we had a virtual safety car for Doohan's puncture, and then Ollie Berman losing all power to his car, which I was devastated about because we all know I love Ollie Berman.
I can't remember what happened to Bortoletto.
Didn't he lose power as well?
Can't remember.
I think he lost power as well. Clearly, the pit stop was too quick. Drained all the
Bit
power.
too quick. It took all of that energy out off him.
Yeah. Alonso spun for no reason. Alonso still
Managed
has
to,
no points.
yeah.
Lando's still leading the Drivers' Championship. Oscar's still leading the Drivers' Championship and Lando's in second. Sorry, my bad.
I was going to say Lando's. Where did that come from?
No, you can cut that bit out, please. Please do. So obviously Lando is 16 points behind Oscar and Verstappen is 16 points behind Lando.
Okay.
Fantastic news.
It is. What have we got next? Imola. It's just a standard weekend, isn't it, Imola?
Yeah, Imola. Imola's Imola, isn't it, really? We can talk about Imola after.
Talk about Imola next week.
Yeah. So, in other news.
In other news, Alpine have been busy.
Very. In the last 24 hours.
But they're not related. There's been a press statement come out that they're not related.
Oh yeah, Flavio, absolutely not related to any way at all.
Oliver Oakes has left.
He has.
And I have a theory about this. I've read about a theory. In the contract for Red Bull this season, if the upgrades don't, this is all apparent, if the upgrades don't work in Imola, Christian Horner's first to go. So the saying is Oliver Oakes getting prepared to go to Red Bull.
I mean, what a hell of an upgrade for him if he does.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's that theory. That's that. What's one theory as to why he's left? The other theory is relating to what got announced this morning. Jack Doohan doesn't have a seat in Alpine anymore. And when I say I shed a tear this morning, I shed a tear. Because what do you mean I'm not seeing Jack Doohan race live?
Yeah. No, it's shit. He was doing his best.
And You know what? He's doing better than Fernando Alonso.
The other rookie that you got to compare him to this season.
We're comparing rookies here.
So go on, who's taking Jack Doohan's seat?
Franco Colapinto.
Oh, Emily's favourite driver.
It's not that I don't like him. I do like him. I just wanted Jack Doohan.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I loved that I'd seen his first ever race in F1 and he was brilliant at Monza. But I just wanted Jack Doohan.
I know. So Colapinto's been given a 5-race contract.
Yeah. And then there's rumours that it's going to be Paul Aaron for the next 5 races. And then just Mick Schumacher's coming back.
Yeah, I don't get where Mick Schumacher have come from, to be honest. There, I mean,
No, but it wouldn't surprise us either.
just give anyone the seat, just chuck anyone
Give me
in.
the seat
See what happens.
with my little green vision.
You say got a pink one.
Give me the seat. Back around track. Yeah, but according to Flavio Briatore, they're not related in any way.
Okay. Because we believe everything that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. How he's even a part of the sport still, I do not know.
Well, I was shocked when they announced his return.
It baffles us. It baffles us how he's even got into a second season. And I know he came in the back half of last season, but still technically 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That he's here after he quite literally broke the law at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But team principals can do anything these days and still have a job. So
yeah, that's a topic for another time.
A topic for when I've had too much wine, which I've not today. Sorry, unfortunately.
No. So yeah, that was Miami. That is breaking news.
And that's us back from our 4-week break, so Emily can recover from her chest infection.
Yeah, I'm back. Back to myself. Only for you to be ill. So yeah, we will see you all next week. When we will be 1 week away from Monaco.
I can't believe it.
1 week away from the slip and slide.
Wow. What a slip and slide is going to be.
I hope to God it's not a slip and slide.
Hey, if we can get over boats in Amsterdam, we can do anything.
I'm going to get us some granny cat hood things. Tie around your neck. In case it rains and we're outside.
It's not going to rain in Monaco. Apple weather says no.
It's not. That was another thing on Saturday, but they kept reporting rain. Emily's got on Apple weather going, well, Apple's not saying it's raining, so it's not going to rain.
It didn't.
It didn't actually rain, but
just George Russell sweating from his helmet yet again.
But yeah, current Monte Carlo weather. Oh, I don't have a 2-week forecast on mine.
No, I am got it's only 10 days.
Currently, next Friday's pouring down rain.
Get it over and done with before we go, I say.
Anyway, we will be back with Imola next week.
Oh, hell.
And we will see you all later. Bye.
Bye.